Oh, I happened to read the rare earth minerals contract that these people were trying to get Zelensky to sign. And that is a piece of work. It isn't very long, but it's incredibly vague. A lot of stuff where it says, oh, will be decided later. That's a hell of a contract. Anyway, this is on hold at the moment. And I think they're trying to work out a better deal for us. There's no way there's going to be a better deal for us. There's no good deal for anybody in this. Uh, in the first place, nobody knows if there's anything there. The last surveys were done back in the Soviet times, and there wasn't anything worth developing there. There's a little titanium, a little iron, rare earth. That stuff, all the good stuff is over on the other end, which there's no way in hell Russia is going to let you in there. Anyway, like I say, in the first place, we don't know there's anything there. Nobody knows. Supposedly, he already sold off the rights to this, whether he has the right to do it or not, because he really isn't president. So this thing could all fall apart later down the road anyway. He supposedly sold it to the Brits. Then he's trying to sell the same thing to us again. Now, Brussels is going to make an offer on this, for the EU. But it's all a Trojan horse to try to get troops in there and try to keep Odessa. Because part of this contract is the ports. Because even like gas and oil, they say, oh, no, that doesn't count. That's already developed. That belongs to the Ukrainians. Nobody gets a share of that. It's got to be new development. But like to develop these minerals that are allegedly there, you're looking at a 20-year before this would even break even. Nobody's ever going to see any money out of this. Best case scenario, the mining companies could maybe break even 20 years from now. That makes no sense. And I don't like the way, Trump keeps wanting to take credit for giving them these anti-tank missiles, but at the same time, he's trying to blame the whole thing on Biden. He had 4 years where he could have put a stop to this, and he didn't. He let it ride. So, no. But boy, we don't want to get tied up with them people. That's the last thing we want to do. But they're bound and determined. They're trying to work out some kind of deal. In theory, this is to get money back. And in theory, this is to bring peace to the region. It's not going to do either one. The only thing you're going to get out of there is body bags. Because something's going to happen. Like I say, the Brits and France really want to get in there. They want to find some way to creep in there. And they're thinking that they could come through Odessa. I tell you, Putin will flatten Odessa before he lets them in there. Damn stupid move. But no, we don't. That contract is not any good for us. It's not any good for the Ukrainians. And it's not going to bring peace. That ain't the way to work it. But he's a deal maker, so he's trying to make some deal. But boy, you just read that contract. That's some deal. Damn. A lot of craziness goes on, but that's the icing on the cake there. But I'm hoping, like I say, that they're looking at they drop the weapon shipments and all that stuff. That's going to do a lot more to put an end to this than anything, because like the EU and the Brits, they're talking tough, but they got nothing left. They've drained everything into Ukraine. So unless they're going in there, and they don't want to do that. They want to go in when it's safe. Well, it ain't going to be safe till this is over. That's crazy. But we'll see what happens. But you should, it's not a very long contract, but it's incredible in its vagueness. A lot of this, that'll be settled later. God damn. And Zelensky was pushing for, he wants security agreements. We're supposed to say that we are going to get between the Ukrainians and the Russians, and we're going to sit right there and dig in the dirt. That is not going to happen. Damn, that's foolish. Oh well, that's just the way it works. But the thought that they are trying to put in people's heads that this is going to bring us money back, we're going to get our investment. Was this an investment? It was a shitty damn investment. But that's how they're trying to sell it. We'll get our investment back. Nobody's going to live long enough to see that money coming out of Ukraine. To make such a weird contract with the most corrupt nation on earth and think that you're going to come out ahead on this deal? That's just bizarre. Well, I got to search out some parts here. I was going to look for something. I was going to put this motor in that LaFon today, in a Honda frame. But I got the frame outside and the kickstand is frozen in the ground or in the ice, and I'd have to chip it out, or I risk breaking or bending the kickstand. So I'll have to let that thaw a little more. But I had some parts I wanted to find that are someplace out here, so I'll search for them. Damn, that's stupid. The whole, he pitched that deal a long time ago, and they had the brains not to jump on it, and now he's thinking they can do it again. There's nothing there. Certainly not worth dying over, which would be what would happen. Just craziness. They don't use their head whatsoever. That's all right. Ain't my problem. But damn, I hate the idea of what's going to happen there. But that isn't the way to make peace. Make some phony deal with some phony president. But like I said, their parliament, they were all for it. Pushing Zelensky to make this deal. Because, if there's money floating around, they're going to get their hands on it. And they're thinking, it'll keep the weapons coming. That's what we want. Got to keep them weapons coming. God, we just got to get out of there. Just drop it. Just walk away. Let the EU and the Brits, they can have all the fun they want there. We just got to wash our hands of that whole thing. Like everybody was hoping, but when he gave that speech the other day, yesterday, everybody was hoping he'd say, yep, we're going to pull out of NATO, which is what we should do. Should have done a long time ago. But nope, not a word of that. But people were hoping. Yeah, just foolishness. But it goes on and on.